Hey friends, thanks for being patient while I was traveling. People have been asking me to react to the lady who was up on Hello Starlight's Live, who said she was with Habitat for Humanity. And I actually do have something to say about that. So let's hear what she's got to say, and then I'll tell y'all what I know.
And Gypsy wanted certain things certain ways in this house.
We know that's true because Gypsy wrote about it in her latest book.
And we were rebuilding it to make it where we thought she needed the wheelchair ramp. We thought, so we
Right.
had to sit down and talk with them.
I remember hearing at the time how wonderful everyone thought it was that Habitat was having so many meetings with them to make sure that they modified the house to be exactly to what Gypsy needed with, doors big enough for the wheelchairs and wheelchair ramp, all that good stuff.
I am the one that did say that Gypsy hit my daughter because she did. Gypsy was pulling my daughter's hair and was aggressive to my daughter.
How
I
old
will.
was your daughter at the time?
My daughter at the time,
Yeah.
9 years old.
Okay, I know some people have questioned her timeline on things and said that things don't add up. I don't know who this lady is. I don't know if she's legit or repeating a story that she heard, but I can say that I heard this story at the time about Gypsy pulling someone's hair at a Habitat meeting, a little girl, and I heard Dee Dee's version, which was different, a little different, which I'll tell y'all at the end.
Was Gypsy alone in a room with her, or what were they doing?
We were in the conference room, and Gypsy wanted something to eat. And so I walked out. Now, there were other people in there, so it's not like they were left alone, okay? And I walked out and got her a Coke and some chips and come back, and my daughter is screaming and crying, and Gypsy has her by the head and hitting her. They were trying to get
What
her
did
off
Dee
of
Dee
her.
do? What did Dee Dee do in that moment?
Dee Dee was standing up and yelling at Gypsy, let her go.
Wow.
Sorry your daughter got hit.
Yeah.
That's
Horrible.
terrible.
Terrible. I
No,
believe it, though. I believe it.
the
Terrible.
problem is when I came in, my daughter's crying, and there are people, you know, and Gypsy said, I hate her hair. She's got, it was crazy.
Wow.
And I took my daughter, I went up to the hotel room, and I told everybody, I'm done. They're not getting that house.
Ooh.
She will not do anything. I
Uh-huh.
closed the door, took care of my daughter. That was it.
Yeah.
I am not going to gift them that house.
Mhm.
I was
Wow.
done. Dee Dee came up to my room and she said, can we please talk? And I said, nope, I'm done. I'm going to sign off and say you will not get this house.
Mhm.
Dee Dee was crying and she said, will you please let me in? She came in. I said, okay. And she started talking. She said, I'm so sorry. That should not have happened. We had a conversation. Next thing I know, there's Gypsy banging on the door.
Was she walking?
Yes.
Okay.
I just got to break in real quick and say that Gypsy would get up and walk every chance she got. That's why she never lost muscle mass. That's why Dee Dee had the windows blacked out, and she could not keep that hidden from people in Southwest Missouri. That's why she very quickly switched from, saying Gypsy needed the wheelchair full time to saying she had muscular dystrophy and her muscles were just too weak to walk all of the time.
And she pushed her mother, she pushed Dee Dee down.
Like
When
Dee
I
Dee
say
fell to the ground?
over to the bed,
This part I've never heard before at all. That doesn't mean it didn't happen, but that's not a part that was shared with me. I don't know if it was because Dee Dee didn't share it or if the people who shared it with me that were her neighbors just simply didn't see fit to say that part, but I can't verify that that was known back then.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
and when I say Gypsy is violent, I have witnessed it Nobody will let me tell my story. They
You
claim
can
that
tell
I
it.
am a Looney Tune.
Okay, this next part with Becca Scoops here is why I like her, because she intuits the exact response that happened. She has the instincts and the experience to be able to intuit exactly what Dee Dee did, because this goes along with what I'm about to tell y'all at the end.
Explain it like, I don't know exactly what went on behind the scenes, but if Dee Dee was very good at manipulation also, and I'm sure she would say something like, she's ill, she's got behavior problems. I'm so sorry, it's hard. She's
Exactly.
hard to handle, like what
Remember
any parent would say if their kid was acting crazy.
when
Okay, so as I've been saying, this whole story about Gypsy pulling hair, that is not new to me. I heard that at the time. I just heard Dee Dee's version. So Dee Dee's version was very much just exactly like what Becca Scoops assumed. Dee Dee immediately started telling everybody that she knew about this, and assuming that, that lady was right about there being a lot of people around, that was probably to get ahead of the story. I never heard about cops being called or anything like that, but I did hear of this happening. So Dee Dee's version was poor, sickly, always cancer bald Gypsy did not understand the other girls have real hair, and she pulled this little girl's hair, and it was so embarrassing, and Dee Dee almost had heart problems, and blah 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 blah. And that's all we heard. So yeah, this is not brand new to me at all. And knowing how, like Becca Scoops assumed, that Dee Dee did manipulate things to Gypsy's benefit, I wouldn't be surprised if there's more to the story. What do y'all think?